Well, definitely the Ivorians will always be praying to meet Ghana in the final of the Nations Cup because that's when they get to win the title. The second time they've won it, they always get to meet the Ghanaians. Well, what a celebration coming from these fans. Helen, welcome to Sports This Morning. I'm Cecilia Amogbe. Now let's take a look at the major headlines. Well, Nigerians should be expecting 3 gold medals from Divine Oduduru at the African Youth Athletics Championships in Mauritius. Now, this young man, he's just 20, and he believes that he can get Nigerians 3 gold medals. So definitely 3 more for Divine Oduduru. Of course, also on the program, the Super Falcons finally will resume camp, and this will happen this weekend, this particular week, Thursday, precisely, February the 12th. Also on the program, Côte d'Ivoire 23 years wait, well, finally over. And this is simply because one man, Hebrena, is the man who ensured that this happened last night. And for the second time in 3 years, he is a winner. Remember, in 2012, he took Zambia to the final, and of course he won it for them. So the Ivorian celebrations will definitely continue for them. Well, now let's listen to Ghanaian captain Asamoah Gyan. Remember, he did not partake in the penalties, but he's really a sad man. Of course, he wants the Ghanaians to actually bounce back.
We have no excuses now. We went to the penalty shootout and then we lost today. You know, I think they've gone to the final on 2 occasions and then they've lost. And then this year they came back again to win it. You know, they went to penalty shootout. You know, for 2 times, and then this is the 3rd time they went to penalty shootout in the final, and then they won. You know, so I'm very, very sad at the moment. Everybody is sad, but I don't regret our performance at all. I think we did so well in the competition, and then we are hoping. I think we've got a bright future because we've got young quality players. We're hoping to change everything, and we tried our best, and it didn't happen. You know, so I've got nothing to say. I think the Ivorians are happy now, and because they've won the cup, and I don't have anything to say right now. It's past and gone. You know, we cannot repeat it again. We have to just go back and then come back strongly.
I guess that was what some of the players who were part of the 1992 squad must have said when they also lost to Ivory Coast. Well, that also ended in a penalty. What is wrong with the Ghanaians? Well, they definitely are not happy right now because they believed they were actually favorites for this tournament, considering the fact that they lost to Ivory Coast in 1992. They felt, okay, this is 2015. Nigeria, defending champions, they are not here. Algeria, they are out. Because they're meeting a team that they are familiar with, and they felt, okay, we can go ahead and win this tournament. But that wasn't to be. Of course, all of them coming to the parties. But it's a pity that DJ Drogba, well, the man wasn't really part of this golden generation to win it. And of course, Atai actually said some time ago that, look, should they not win it this time around, well, they would definitely not be having of course, the Toure brothers coming to the Nations Cup, and of course, wanting to play again. But after this victory, I think these brothers wouldn't want to retire. They would definitely want to be here in 2017 when the next one takes place. Well, you can talk to us on Twitter, of course, on Facebook. What you think about the Ivorians celebrations, what you think, why the Ghanaians, of course, actually lost the game. I believe most Ghanaians watching us across the world would definitely not be happy because yesterday it was predicted that, well, their main man, well, he said actually, should the Ghanaians lose the game, his head will be shaved, of course, and that was done. Well, Tahir Salam is here with me. Talk to us on Twitter and, of course, on Facebook. And we talked about Super Falcons, the headlines are, of course, they're back to camp. And do you think, well, more friendlies should be organized for them what should be done to ensure that, of course, they're having a better preparations? Well, this camp, well, it's for, of course, the All-African Games match will be playing against Mali first, and before the World Cup camp will begin. But the good thing is that they're back in the camp. What do you think? Why this delay from the National Sports Commission, and what is happening with the girls? And, of course, your favorite moment at the Nations Cup. Tayo, good morning.
Good morning, Cecilia. Oh, what a final. That felt like 1992 all over again.
That is it. The difference is the result, the scoreline of the penalty. 12-11, now 9-8.
11-10 then and 9-8 this time around, but still the same winner in Cote d'Ivoire. I thought it was a very cagey final, as expected, when two teams, especially two West African sides, meet in a major final. So it wasn't really a surprise to me that I went into extra time, but it was all about the penalty kicks. And Abubakar Bari, that man, I remember a couple of years ago when the golden generation of the Ivorians were fully in place. A lot of people used to wonder, how come they're not producing a star goalkeeper? Because Abubakar Bari plays in Belgium. He's not as big as the likes of Toure and the Drogbas and the likes, but he's a very solid goalkeeper. But coming into this Nations Cup, he lost his place. But then, as a professional, as a true professional that he is, he just kept on, he remained ready because he knows anything can happen in a major final. So when the guy that took his place got injured and he was summoned to play in the final, he was really prepared for it. So that's an example for young stars coming up to, to take after. You might not play all the time, but you have to stay ready. So Abubakar Bari, I'm very happy, and as a goalkeeper again, was the hero. He saved the penalty and scored the winning penalty. So I'm really very happy for Abubakar Bari and Cote d'Ivoire as well. Again, it's been a long time. 1992, that's about 23 years now. It's a very long time. But then it's even longer for the Ghanaians, because the Ghanaians have not won it in ages, since 1982.
That's like 33 now.
Oh my days. I don't really envy the Ghanaians right now. It's a very sad ending.
Looking at the pictures, of course, what transpired, after the whole penalty and all that, with the goalkeeper losing, there was before the goalkeeper actually lost. When Cote d'Ivoire were actually 2 down, we saw what happened to one of the AU brothers. I mean, he was able to convert his own, and he was boasting, opening his shirt and feeling, okay, we won it, we're almost there.
Still, I wouldn't say he was boasting.
But what was he trying to prove?
He was just trying to pump up his teammates. That's how it is now.
No, it was like all about him and all that.
No, I don't agree with that.
It was all about him. He was hitting his chest and all that, telling everyone who cares to listen, we've arrived.
When you get into penalty kicks, Cecilia, it's more mental than anything else. So what Andrea Ayew was trying to do there was psych his teammates up and the goalkeeper and himself up as well. So I don't think it was boasting. He was just trying to psych everybody up so they could get up for the penalty kicks.
But it was really sad to see him crying. Like he cried for like more than an hour. I mean, while the celebrations were going on, the Ivorians were celebrating, he was weeping, he was crying.
That's what football does to you. It makes grown men really cry, especially when they lose on penalties. But the good thing is, he's still very young. He still has a couple more AFCON tournaments in front of him. So I expect to see Andrea Ayew back. And the Ghanaians as well, too, a very young side as well. I think they'll be back stronger. But then we have to spare a word for Avram Grant. Avram Grant, another second place and finished. Remember when he was at Chelsea? He came second in the league, second in the Champions League.
And John Terry actually couldn't get his hand on him. And it was actually, well, I don't know if it was a joke. Before the tournament, he said he put a call to John Terry on penalties and all that. But why would he do that?
I don't know. I think it was just trying to be funny.
Okay, I hope so. Or if he did that, maybe that's why they lost on penalty. Okay, now let's get to listen to the Ghanaian fans. Of course, they're really, well, they're not happy. But of course, just like what Tayo said, they'll definitely bounce back. And of course, they feel that the teams are very, very young. And the next one, who knows? They can just take it.
It mattered most. And a certain level of leadership that we needed. We didn't get it. And I think that is what causes. Asamoah, please raise your head up. We trust you, and that is all. Let the bag-on be bag-on, and let's move on. We can do it, but they have done well.
I think history is repeating itself again, and we don't know what happened. We give thanks to God, whatever happened, take it like that. It's very painful to go to have this particular opportunity and then to squander it. In fact, it's very, very difficult. Very, very hard. I'm confused.
There's an indication that the team can go far. This is a very young team. You've got so many talents amongst them. We should encourage them and build on. And come 2017, who knows? We're going to lift the cup.
Okay, well, they're going to lift the cup. Well, Nigeria will definitely be there, and trust the Super Eagles. They won't just want to let go. They were not there in 2012. They came in 2013. They took it. But let's see what will happen in 2017. The Ghanaians are already looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they shouldn't really lick their wounds for too long. It was a good tournament for them, and like I said, a very young side. They will get better, but it remains to be seen if Avram Grant will continue in his role. But then
he just came in. He didn't really qualify the team for the tournament, and he came. He took them to the finals. Come on, they didn't get to the final the last time, so I think this is a plus for the Ghanaians.
Definitely,
they should be happy because check their variance. They've been to 3 finals. I mean, this is the one they're winning. No, I think they should be happy.
Yeah, definitely. But what I'm saying is, we don't know the plans of Avram Grant. He might want to move on to better things.
Okay, if he wants to move on, not from the FA.
Yeah, not
right?
from the FA. I think they've done well enough. They can't really blame him. It's been a good tournament for Ghana.
When you go into penalties, to decide a game, I think you're not really a loser.
Yeah, it can go either ways. So I think the Ghanaian FA...
That now depend on Mother Love to actually be on your side on that day. And
exactly. Just like when the penalty kicks started, the Ivorians lost the first two.
And their main man.
Exactly.
And who lost? Tell me.
Yeah, so, so these things happen.
We have, someone that was about 27, how much?
Anybody can miss.
I'm trying to remember the amount of money that he was from. Very small
boatload of money.
He went to a very big club, and he was the one who took the very first penalty, and he lost. And I felt, okay, what will the Ivorians be thinking when your star man for the tournament just lost?
Yeah, but they overcame that and went on to win, which is what really matters. And but before we move on finally from the AFCON, Ave Reina. I don't know, is it time? Should we go get him to go and coach Nigeria?
Come on.
He's a legend right now. He's the first coach to win with 2 different countries.
And in a space of 3 years.
Yeah,
3 years, 2012 and 2015.
Exactly.
2 different teams.
And actually, he took over these Ivorians just after the World Cup, July, to be precise. And look what he's done. He's a legend. He's an African legend. So
Arena, please
over to the NF, since we don't really have a coach right now, so
okay, we don't have a coach. I don't know about that. Okay, now let's leave that. Let's talk about the Super Falcons. At least they have a coach. All right, the Super Falcons will be resuming camp February, of course. Well, after so much, we've been waiting for it. I mean, Austin has been doing the countdown and all that, the days to the World Cup and all. But this is coming from the National Sports Commission that, well, the camp will be open this Thursday, and all players, coaches, everyone expected to be in camp. They will be preparing for the All-African Games qualifier against Mali. And also, they will be facing the same Mali, for Rio de Janeiro, talking about the Olympic Games. That will be much later in the year. That will also be in May, before the World Cup. Hopefully, we're still waiting for Nigerian Football Federation to actually roll out what they want to do with them before the World Cup. It's going to be June, and this is February. And this Friday, February 13th, precisely, USA, one of the team in Nigeria's group, will be playing England. But I think if the Falcons can just watch the game, if the coach can, well, I don't know if you have to get a ticket, can just fly down and, money to them, watch the game and check how the American teams are actually doing. And that will definitely spur them on. And the Nigerian Football Federation can also watch that game and see how they can look for quality friendlies for the Super Falcons. And of course, after the All-African Games qualify against Mali, if they can also, look for invitational tournament that they can go for, since they missed the one of Cyprus. Well, hopefully, all this can definitely be done, and maybe at the World Cup we can get somewhere, not just to go there and participate as usual, but if there's adequate preparations, the Super Falcons, of course, we know them, they can do very, very well, right?
Yeah, hopefully the Falcons are already behind in terms of preparations for the World Cup. So it's good to see the NSA finally come up with something. Hopefully the date sticks.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah, that's another
elections have been postponed.
Yeah, so hopefully the date sticks and the girls can really start getting ready for this very tough group that has USA, Australia, and Sweden. So good luck to the girls. Yeah.
Good luck to them, definitely. Good luck to them. They need that. Okay, now talking about athleticism, I talked about the man that is targeting 3 medals, right? 3, not just 3, gold. That's what he's targeting at the African Youth Athletics Championship coming up in April in Mauritius. Let's listen to Divine Ojujuru, his preparations for the game and how he feels. Well, he can get anything he really wants once his eyes are set on that. And who is his mentor? Well, find out from him.